Still take a minute for everything to get going. All right. So, right now, and we're just doing a quick audio check. Right now, we're still going to be working on part 2 of this campaign. Oh, shoot. Well, I got the internet up in the background. I gotta go shut it off. So, right now, and we're just doing a quick audio check. Right now, we're still going to be working. Okay, there we go. That means my audio is working. That sucks. I forgot to turn that off. We'll keep that live just in case I need to flip back to it. Bring back up OBS. I'll have Discord underneath it just in case somebody pops in. I'll be able to see it. So right now, I got the map fixed. As you guys can see, the map's looking a lot nicer. I got the scale problems fixed. The last one was just, it wasn't pretty. It was pissing me off. So right now we're trying to just kind of back off that game, kind of get the map flow better. I know kind of this encounter now I built as a high encounter. So what I'm thinking is I got the encounter kind of concepts down. So now I know how to develop this encounter set up. What I'm trying to do is come up with cool things. So one of the things I'm learning about this is that I can set things to hide, and then I can also set like a door. So let's go over here and say I find a door. Where's the door? That could work as a door. What else could work? That could work as a door. These can work. Double doors. Okay, yeah, wooden. So we can go ahead and add it here. And I can rotate it. And then expand it to fit what we need it to do. Blam. And that way I can have it visualize a door. One of the good things that I've noticed about Matt Mercer and just RP in general, RP in general is it's a lot of just kind of offloading. What makes it good is being able to offload the theater of the mind. So Rick Mercer, or Matt Mercer, I'm sorry, Matt Mercer has his gorgeous style of just being able to describe it, and then he has that nice mapping in front of everybody, and he has the ability to offload. And now that you've seen like Critical Role seasons get to where they are now, when there's stuff on the map, they'll have like a little camera shot of it, and they'll help offload a lot of the theater of the mind. So a lot of people love not having to overthink the scenario. So I'm learning that the more I can kind of have things populate as things happen, it makes it easier for me to just remember that this crate's going to be random and that crate's going to be random. But I can go through the map and then set up something to where I can hide these so the players can't see any of it. And then set it up to where as the players can then come around the corner, say, we have the group come and open the door, right? Once the group opens the door, what do they see, right? So right off the bat, I can go ahead and give them this without them even looking, because that's a line of sight item, right? So I can unpop that, but I don't have to worry about it other than letting them know. I don't have to be overly descriptive. I can let them see you have a treasure chest this far away. Now everybody on the map knows where it is. I think, will balance off.
How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Who's? Oh, wait, let me grab my Discord. I have the Discord
Right.
down.
Discord down. It's just
Ooh,
Ren.
yeah. Hold on. Let me go ahead and mute my video because it's looping through somehow. There we go. Right now I'm just kind of hanging out. Let me try to reshare it to you again. The problem is that it'll.
So I had a
What?
question about this random shit finder. Do I need to roll a D100 now
Nope.
and I
Nope. Nope.
get
Nope.
whatever
Nope. Nope.
lessons I need?
Nope. I know that you like to look for stuff, right?
Yeah,
I've seen you do it. Like that's one of the things you like to do. You like to look around and be like, okay, I'm going to look over here and I'm going to look over there, right?
I'm a loot goblin.
Right. So I instead of overtaxing my brain and figuring out each campaign what to do for you, right? I went and took a list of stuff you told me you liked, a list of different funguses and plants and all that stuff, and I mixed it together and I told it to add trash and make 100 list, right? So whenever you're
Mm-hmm.
asking me, hey, I'm looking around for something, what we'll do is we'll mark it, and then at the end of like a set, right, when we're ready to tally it, however many
Mm-hmm.
you find, like how like I'll say, okay, you found two things, and we'll look at it. And at the end of that whole set, we can roll then, and then each one of those numbers you get is what you found. So say you find
Fair
20,
enough, fair
10
enough.
items. When we go to summon out that set, you can roll and roll 20 times. That's the 20 items you find.
So like when I do a survival check based off of that particular check, you'll just be like, you found three things, and then we'll go to it at the end of the session, more or
Exactly.
less, so that we
Yes. So
I
that
got
way, A, it's there. So A, it's random. You know, if it's something big that we need to stand out, I'll have that marked. Right. Like
you.
if it's like we need you to find like this necklace, right? That's not going to be something stupid I do for you. You'll be like, oh, you see your necklace, right? But when it's just finding
Mhm.
random loot that you like to do, we'll say you find three random picks, right? At the end
Mhm.
of it, I'll just, you're just grabbing stuff and throwing it into a bag. At the end of it, you dump the bag and count what you got.
I
So,
got you. I got you. Because I think right now, with my current survival, with my proficiency in it,
mm-hmm.
if I were to roll a nat 20, the highest possible I could get is a 31, 7 plus 4 plus 20.
Yes.
So,
So, like, and that's only in certain things, right? That's for finding certain things when you need to. Very rarely, like if it's something very very legendary, like, and it's gonna be something that I'm not gonna give you, like, I'll have on every map, but I'm not gonna give it to you like easy. That'll be like a hard check, right?
mhm, mhm.
Right. But most of the time, your survival stuff is going to be within tolerance of your craft. Does that make sense? And your
Yeah.
team's ability to work together.
I guess it's also worth noting, I feel so dumb that I haven't been adding my proficiencies or expertise to anything in the campaign where Vixen's DM.
Don't feel bad. Look,
But,
look. Okay, I will tell you. Like, if you go watch Poppin' Fresh, like he has like I'll find the story for you, but he talks about this like most awkward campaign where like this one guy's like, we're gonna do pure D&D, right? And
mhm,
they're breaking it down, and it's like a whole bunch of brand noobs, and the guy makes it so awkward to play D&D because he's just trying to like force this pure D&D on these people who have no idea what the fuck the game is, right? And he's talking about just how awkward the whole experience was, and he kept trying to like tell them like, hey, these are brand new players, you might want to give them this and you might want to help them out here, right? He's like, no, we're just going to do it the way the book says. And the way the book says doesn't give you much more than just a shit ton of suggestion, really. Does that make sense?
yeah, I guess something worth mentioning also is my if I were to roll a 1 on animal handling,
Right?
I'm that's still a 20 because I have expertise and my proficiency is +4. So expertise would give me +8 and my animal handling modifier is 11. So even if I roll a 1, like I'm still getting a 20 my deception's even higher, and then my performance, my persuasion's even higher. I know that you look at all the stats and stuff and everything like that, but
Mm-hmm.
obviously I didn't want it to be a scenario where it's like, damn, this dude literally can't like fail, these specific things. So just keep that in mind when you're like, their wisdom of like animals you create, that I literally can't roll less than a 20 on animal handling, and then it would be 22 for deception. Um, it would be 22 for performance and persuasion. So I don't want to shoot myself in the foot, but at the same time, I don't want it to be so unrealistic that I'm always commanding everything I get around.
Right. No, and I get that. So one of the things that like what I'm trying to do, right? It's a so I told you like the DM's job in D&D. Let's kind of go over here. I think I'm sharing my screen now. Oh no, wait, cancel. Not what
Yeah,
I want
let me
before.
see. Let me see this
Um,
shit.
so when it comes to like a lot of this stuff, let's go to the DMD guide, D&D manual here. Sources, DM guide, right?
Damn right, right?
Can you mute me on your audio for the stream? I'm trying to figure out how to do it on my side. I thought I did.
I got you muted.
All right, cool.
Oh, the audio for the stream. I
Yeah,
just muted you and well, let me
it's not
mute.
supposed to
I, I got I
broadcast.
got the, I got the mute on the stream. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the way that as long as I mute on the stream, then it won't broadcast back. So like pretty much what we're trying to do is offer you a setting, and really all the big this book is just one big table, right? It kind of gives us conflicts. It gives us freedoms. It gives us ideas, campaign settings, and it gives us like table charts, right? Where we can quickly pick something from. Greyhawk, bam. Um, and it helps you kind of just combine all this stuff together. It flows a lot easier now than it used to, but pretty much this is what it's always been. It looks easier to read now. It's way easier to read now. It's a lot more table charts. So when you're trying to build a quick campaign really fast on the fly, you can flip through and just kind of click and be like, two, we have a major villain fleeing from a location, right? So a lot of the RP scenarios are designed to be quickly enabled for for flow and use. Mouse, mouse away, mouse leave it. So for flow and use and to make it easier for you, a lot of the tables are back here now. So it's a really quick drop. Hold on one second, I gotta mute. Hey, sorry, my dog got upset. The wind blew the gate open and it flipped him out. Whenever he hears a thud and he can't go look at it. Um, anyhow, we got kind of like a whole bunch of just randomness that you can put together in the DM guide. I'm using the AI generator right now to kind of build a flow table for you guys specifically. So that way, when you guys are telling me what you want that morning, if I don't have time to really work on something, or if we don't have an arc hook planned, like if we didn't have anything from the week before to work on, and I'm just going to go to random that week, I can just take what you guys are wanting, throw it together, and go. As you guys are looting and stuff, and as you guys achieve that stuff, because realistically, every time you throw, um, where is, let's just go to my character sheets. So just like in a video game, right? You hit your controller and you move upward with your controller. The same thing with this is that you are going to have the your stamina. So depending on certain things like survival, uh, it gives you wisdom saving throws, or it helps your wisdom in tracking, foraging, right? So if you're ever running a grinding campaign, which sometimes you can always have a grinding encounter too. Survival checks are good when you're looking for certain things. Um, when you're a rogue, a lot of your perception checks are going to be big because that's how you're going to be able to perceive where traps are. So your where are your perception checks over here? Um, I always like a passive persuasion and perception, but you still always have to roll for them. So having a good perception and a plus 14 always helps with a wizard, right? But this is my
Mm-hmm.
level. He's level 20, so you can't really use him for much. Like, he's Thrawn. He's my fucking beast. You want to know who I like to cast Fireball with? Thrawn. Do you know why I like to cast? Actually, did I take? Oh no, I left Fireball. The reason why I like to cast Fireball is when you hit this and you just see 14 of these things fall across the screen. It's just beautiful. So, um, each one of these helps for certain things. Acrobatics is really what you want if you want to do anything cool in this game, because that's your movement, your jumping, your being able to slide under stuff, right? Your arcana if you're trying to be able to investigate magic. If you're trying, like, weird shit's happening around you and you want to be able to pick up on what it is. Um, Deception for rogues is their favorite thing. Rogues will deceive you in a heartbeat, so will bards. They want to be able to deceive you and con you. History checks, really, it's only if you're a lore based person does history checks to me mean anything, because 9 times out of 10, I'm not paying attention to enough of the map at once to understand where it all applies until the story's almost halfway done. Like, that's just the way my brain works. Insight's really good for whenever you're doing RP, because then you're forcing people to tell you what the truth is, right? Out of character. So then you can work it in character if you believe them or not. Medicines are great if you never have a healer, but once you have a healer, medicine means shit. Religion, if you're a pally or you're playing like a high religion where they have like multiple gods and goddesses in it, maybe it's worth. But 9 times out of 10, religion, unless you're a paladin, means nothing because you don't really care. Sleight of hand, everybody likes a good pickpocket, you know, and stealth. Everybody wants to be able to sneak around. Those are your big ones.
Oh, I'm definitely not gonna be sneaking around this campaign. I'm gonna be playing my loot and shit and being all loud as fuck. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, so it's gonna fuck. Um, I mean, it's great until you have somebody. It's all fun and games until they beat you up for it. Um, Strength checks. As a wizard, I actually had to go purposely off to get this +1 just so I can stop getting my ass hit every 5 minutes. And my armor class is because I've sealed a deal with a devil to get this armor class. That way, a breeze stops killing me. For you guys, let's come back to you. So, do you like the scale, right? Right now, this isn't the map, but what I'm doing right now is working on kind of how it works for your flow, right? I'm trying to offload a lot of your stress of understanding, because one of the things we like about the critical role people is that Matt's really good at offloading data and keeping it to where the theater of the mind is just working on the moves. Okay. So he uses a lot of visual aids. So I'm trying to set it up to where when you open up stuff and it's something you would actually see, like say the second you unlock a door, it'll will populate it, right? So you'll already
Mm-hmm.
know, and everybody here will know that, hey, now we have a treasure chest here. What's in it? You don't know yet. Is it a mimic? You don't know yet, but you know there's something there, and everybody now knows it. I think having those visual aids will help with the RP flow because two things I'm trying to do right now is figure out how to base the RP, right? So when you have it to
Mm.
where people are moving and you can move their items, we can actually see who's in a scene. Like here, say you two are in a scene, and Scarlet and player we we'll just add a beetle and this other bone mommy and who else have I not? I think we might have one other guy show up. So say these two are outside, right? So now it's easier for us to separate on the table for flow where the scene is, right? We have a scene going on here, and we can give 2 minutes for this scene, right? Now we have a scene going on here, and we have 2 minutes for this scene. Now, how do I give the players everything they want, right? When it's a chess, I can be like, okay, hey, you guys find, I throw a random a dice for your gold, right? You guys find 60 gold, right? You guys find, I roll one, two, or three times, right? Depending on whatever category I made that chest before you guys opened it. And in each one of those will be, a sword, random shit, right? So I can say, like, you guys find a necklace, a sword, and a bag of random stuff. So that will also go off of your random shit table. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So I'm trying to find ways to make it playable for each player, right? So that way, when people are looking around, I actually have things already set up, and I'm not just having to guess if there's something there. You guys aren't going to have to know if I know if there's something there or not, right? I can preset out the map. If there's something there, and you're telling me, hey, I'm looking specifically here. Do I see something? I'm like, yes. You know. Oh look, you see a treasure chest, right? And then we can give you your lock picking throw for it, right? So then you can come back here and try your sleight of hand to see if you can, break into that thing. And 17 was the need, so you broke your lock picking tools and you're fucked now, right? Sometimes now with the new game, you can do like survival to lock pick. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
I don't know
Um,
how the mechanic works yet, but like I know because wisdom. So you're a wisdom based person and less of a dex based person. So like uh, wizards are intellect based, right? So I can move some of my proficiencies to my intellect based things to be able to open it, right? So I can use arcana and see if I can use it with a magic spell. I still don't get that mechanic yet. I'm not applying it yet.
how would you suggest that I get some kind of blind sight or true sight? I'm just trying to think a step ahead of I have this ever smoking bottle and it's gonna like emit smoke and shit. I'm just trying
Mm-hmm.
to like for myself figure out a
Ah,
way
so
to
this is
look through the
ways. Yeah.
darkness kind of.
Okay. You want to be able to see in the dark?
I see that I get
Just,
true
just,
seeing at level 6 spells and then I get true polymorph.
just get dark vision goggles, dude. They're fucking night vision goggles. They're like a common item.
Well, I have dark vision up to 60 feet,
Right.
but
Most
I
people
guess
ain't gonna.
also
You're not gonna get past
I'll
that because
I'll
most.
I'll read this to you. Grievous sent me, Yo Ren, can your gnome characters see in magical darkness
Oh,
with devil sight, evocation, or blind sight? Me and Vixen are up to shenanigans.
you fucks. Okay, so I understand what they're asking for. Yes, it can.
Because
Um,
they have more dark vision than I have. I don't know if he's asking for just
yeah,
myself or for the group.
they're wanting to be able to fucking cast complete darkness on everything so I can't attack anything. Yeah. Shit.
Maybe I shouldn't have told you that, but I just
No,
don't know what
no,
to think
no.
of this.
It's funny because this is how we get. This is what a table is, dude. This is how it plays, right? The group will always like, and this is how it will roll, and it's awesome that they're bringing you in this early, so it's cool. This is how shenanigans play, right? So what a table will do is sit there and say, okay, this is what the DM's trying to do, and we're gonna fuck them, and it's just how this game's played. It's fine. It's awesome. This is how you counter it. So they can throw things at me. I just have to be on my A game, which means they're gonna throw a lot of crazy shit at me, and I just got to be on my A game. Um, because I
Oh
know
no, I mean I definitely plan on doing that too.
Vixen owes me. So this is where Vixen gets her payback. I don't think you understand this. Like I do some fuckery on her shit. Like I've been playing nice lately with Lexi, but I've been fuckery all up until now. So Vixen gets her payback, and that's the pros and cons of this life, right?
Let's
Um,
see, what is true seeing? It grants true sight, not
let's
blind sight,
let's
but even better, out to
go
120 feet.
to let's go to the player's handbook.
I can see invisible, hidden, ethereal, or disguised things, but it doesn't let me see through magical darkness. Uh,
All right, let's see what we got here. You're wanting true sight. Trying to see
it
what
looks like I need. It looks like I need blind sight.
you want. Blind sight.
Yeah, I see that I get a level 9 spell called True Polymorph, where I can transform myself into a creature with blind sight. Oh, you know what? Actually, I can get Cloak of the Bats, but that would be on your discretion of me finding it, and then I think it's a rare item. Huh. And I don't want to
You
give up my
want.
wand. I don't want to give up my wand of wonder.
Well, okay, that's when you start. That's what I'm letting you guys start with. This other shit I'm putting into the game, right? So what you do is you talk to me about this is the shit you guys want, right? Devil's sight, magical darkness does not impede. Um,
Yeah, I can get Cloak of the Bat, and I can polymorph to change myself into a bat, and then bats have blind sight, so
yeah, I
that's
mean, I
probably probably seems like the most feasible way.
yeah, and
I'll
I
put
could
it
put
on
I
my
could put that you put that on your list, and I'll add it. Like right now, I
I'll
just
just yeah.
been displaying you guys like the list in the stores. There's also shit I can have in the store. Like this is also shit that could be in a rare store whenever you guys go across dealers, and we can have them as a drop. So I mean, it
Well, it
does.
makes sense though for them to want to cancel out the light, especially if we're in a dungeon where it would be fairly easy to do.
Oh yeah, I mean it is the fuckeries of the game, right? So this is one of the things like you can't really control the game because it is so very random, and you have to be able to get like you'll see where the shenanigans like we planned shenanigans, and Vixen has like totally did something completely different than what we thought she was going to do, and it fucked our shenanigans. So it always plays back and forth. It's just the way the game's built. It's fun. Being straight. We will figure this one out. So blind sight figuring out. So add that to the list. Add a couple ideas that you want. Because if you can look into the Discord right now, I've also built a store, just kind of a random store for now, right? And as I kind of get more of your guys' lists, these stores will come up with bigger things. Every once in a while, I will drop bigger stuff, and that way, I'm going to have a lot more
Oh,
loot drop in this one.
I had a question about something. Let me see here. The one that you sent before the random shit finder list where it's like the
Mm-hmm.
one Scarlet Thimble, are those ones that like
Those
what's
are the
going on with this list?
right. So okay. Um.
The one where it's
Right.
scimitar
This one
speed and
is like a list of stuff you guys said you wanted, right? So this is the list I'm going to put for treasure chests. right?
Yeah, I just
So
I looked up some of these items and they kind of look
they're
like
they're
homebrew
just
type
they're
stuff.
just placeholders for now, for you guys
Yeah,
to
they're kind of
tell
like
me.
homebrew stuff, and I'm just trying
It's
to be like
not. It's not there.
really
It's just placeholders for
official.
now. Nothing's official
Yeah,
yet. Until I
I
go
just
through and like actually write, like I'm putting them together and I'm throwing them out until I kind of get more tied down to what you guys are needing. It's just placeholder
mhm.
names, right? These are just random names that just get thrown into fucking things pulled off of Reddit. So I asked
I
it just
got
to
you.
make me a
Yeah,
randomized list for now, based off of
I
stuff you
just
want. Like I know some of the stuff like the slapping staff, I'm like, that's bullshit. Like I was already seeing half of this. What I'm doing is showing you guys what the things are. This is what I'm working on the back end, right? I'm putting it together. Then I'm going to go through and take everything you guys told me and actually quantify them. In
I
the
would just say when you're plugging it into the AI,
No,
like
the
I don't care.
AI's already
uh,
caught. I caught them 3 times trying to put Pathfinder shit in this.
Well, yeah, I don't care specifically about the other people, that's them, but I'm wanting my character to like solely have official only items, and I know
That's
in my
fine.
experience
It's fine.
with
That's
AI, they like to do a bunch of homebrew shit.
no. It likes to hallucinate a lot and think it knows things. And with D&D, it's so subjective. It just pulls it all from Reddit. I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you, it fucking the AI 9 times out of 10 keeps pulling it from Reddit, and this is all bullshit from Reddit.
Well, I just noticed that like I would say like maybe 90% of this list, like I can
Yeah.
I can take out the wild
No,
desert part and there is a camel, but like 90% of this looks like homebrewed names.
it is because it's trying to just make up stuff for us to put in here.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
I'm just
the
communicating.
but for me, it means that I actually have to go through and fucking find them now in the fucking table. So now I have to go over here, right, to uh
The loot. That's why I sent you
yeah, no, I
that
know
message.
there's more of them. I got to go through a lot more, but I have to start pulling the tables together. And until I can start seeing what the tables look like and you guys understand, yeah. But let's see.
That's why I sent that message the way I did, because all of those items on that list of stuff I
That's
want to
fine.
find, they're all official.
Yeah, I know.
Just communicating.
Yeah, and I'm letting you know I know. But I still have to go through all these items. So I have to go through all these trading good items and go find all the names of everything.
I have no clue how I'm gonna get blind sight. These fuckers are gonna be cast in magical darkness. I think that's like
Maybe.
the only way.
Yeah,
That's
I
the only way
and
I'm
see this is
seeing.
the one of the biggest problems, right? Okay, I actually need to send you guys. You guys need to probably go pull all this, your trackers off and fill them out because you all have access to this book, so you should be able to go pull off your PDFs and fill out your trackers. I've given you enough for trackers for now. But yeah, I have to go through all these different items and figure out all the different shit you guys actually want in their official names. So it's going to be a while. I also have to go figure out a better fucking economy for everything because I don't necessarily know if I want you guys carrying around 100 this much gold, right?
Have you given any more thought about like the span of time, like we were talking about a little bit?
Yeah, and I keep trying to tell you that. Well, no, oh no, I didn't tell you this one. I keep trying to tell myself this is that I'm trying to figure out the looping of it, right? So
Mhm.
I know that ultimately you guys are going to be at a fair. That's going to be zero. Session zero is you guys are at a fair. I got some people. You've already seen kind of the opening of the act, right? But instead of you guys being in a tavern, you guys are at a fair, and it's one of those presentations at a fair. Same chaos goes wild. From that point on, I don't know what I'm going to do for time. I have to let you guys kind of play it out to see what we're going to hold.
Yeah, that's why I was wanting to talk about it, is just because like my spell geese alone, like it can affect people up to 30 days, and then once I hit level 7 spell slot, I can make it 365 days, and then once it's a level 9 spell slot, it is an indefinite spell until someone uses Remove Curse, Greater Restoration, or Wish. So like it's a very long, it can be a very long durated spell.
I mean, again, we would have to sit down and look at those because it would be base by base on time. So it would be in most campaigns are like this, anyways. Like a dungeon, in theory, will take say 12 hours in life, right? But sometimes
Mhm.
it can take 3 weeks, 4 weeks for you to get through this whole dungeon. Because basically everything's a trap or an encounter, right? And so a dungeon can take you 4 weeks for the campaign to get through, but it was only one day and 12 hours. Where then the DM will sit there and say, okay, you guys are going to be in a village for the next month, right? Waiting and recuperating. Write up a list of things that your character's doing during that time. Does that make sense? So during that time, you would have to account for the day time of each spell. Can we do it? Yes. It's just going to be a pain in the ass admin wise to remember it all. Um, so I mean that's just how it's going to be. Is if you want to run those long spells, great, we can. It's just we're gonna have to account for, yeah, most of the time you're going to be in 12-hour encounters over multiple days. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. So I'm reading True Seeing, and I want your thoughts on this as the DM. I'm looking at it on the Roll20 .net right now. It says the spell gives the willing creature you touch, which I can touch myself, the ability to see things as they actually are. For the duration, the character has true sight, notices secret doors hidden behind magic, and can see into the ethereal plane, all out of a range of 120 feet. So would I be able to use this to see through magical darkness, or it doesn't necessarily say that it does or doesn't? And I'm like, and then whenever I Googled it, it said that it would help, true seeing would help me see through magical darkness. So it seems more like a DM discretion than I'm gonna look on the actual D&D Beyond and see what the actual spell. I'm gonna level myself up to level 12 real quick just to see what it says on D&D Beyond.
Player's
Level
handbook,
12. Level 12.
spells.
Um, yeah, because I actually hadn't thought about that too much. Because if I'm gonna be using my ever smoking bottle, like I definitely need some kind of way to like kind of cut through true sight. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
let's just look
You're
up
a
true.
wizard, or you're a bard, right?
Yeah, well, I gotta look up true sight. What does D&D Beyond say true sight is?
Hold on, I gotta figure out how to find my spell list in this new book. This new book's
Oh, it
different
says that
than.
I can see through magical darkness on D&D Beyond. It says it right here. Yeah, your vision is enhanced within a specified range. Within that range, vision pierces through the following darkness. You can see in normal and magical darkness. Yeah, so I can. Okay. I don't I don't need a cloak of the bat then. I'll delete that. I'll just learn true seeing. Easy.
Mm-hmm. Trying to find the
Let me remove
spell
that.
list, bard.
Let me remove
They
cloak of
used
the
to have
bat.
spell lists easier to find. Spell list. There we go. What level spell is that? You said third level spell?
It's a true seeing is a level 6 spell, so you have to be at least level 12 to it's a level 6 spell, and it's under the divination.
Yeah, yeah, I see.
Yeah. And then yeah, I looked up just true sight on the search everything at the top there, and it
Yeah.
says that it does help me see through magical darkness.
Yeah, no, you can see normal and magical. It's just I'm trying to think of what else we can do for magical darkness. Um, magical darkness. Let's think about this one. Let's think about it. Let's think here. Does all magical darkness block dark vision? Um,
Official rulings on how to interpret rules are made here in the Sage Advice Compendium. A dungeon master adjudicates the game and determines whether to use an official ruling in play. The DM always has the final say on rules questions.
stop. Not what the click was. Darkness. Darkness spells.
For the duration, magical darkness spreads from a point within range and fills a 15-foot radius sphere. Dark vision can't see through it, and non-magical light can't illuminate it. Alternatively, you cast the spell on an object that isn't being worn or carried, causing the darkness to fill a 15-foot emanation originating from that object. Covering that object with something opaque, such as a bowl or
All
helm,
right, I think
blocks
I'm
the darkness.
about to
If any
go
of this
to
spell's area overlaps with
dinner.
an area of
Hold
bright
on.
light or dim
So
light created by a spell,
I'm
Okay,
definitely
so
about
if any
to
of this
be out of
spell's
here
area
soon.
overlaps with an area of bright light,
I'm trying to look at it real
What's
quick.
up? Yep, I'm looking.
So right now, basically, what you're wanting can counter darkness. Yes, magic. That's magical darkness right there. So magical
Mhm.
darkness can be fixed by that. Thanks for letting me know.
I have a question also. I wanted to ask it the other day, but I feel more comfortable asking you in the moment.
Mhm.
Um, if I did want to get the Find Familiar spell,
Yeah,
this is something I read that is solely on the DM's discretion. But since they're technically the spirit form of an animal,
yeah.
it says to ask your DM if it's okay whether or not for you to be able to ride as a mount those familiars.
No,
It didn't specifically say. Okay, no issue.
no. I'm not. I'm gonna say no to it because normally those are. Oh shit. All right. Fuck. Hold on. Hold on. The
Because it
reason.
didn't say it in any
Well,
which
you're a
way. It was
gnome.
like,
You're a fucking gnome. So what familiar would you have?
I guess I would probably honestly want to like have a familiar that or something
A familiar what you cut out?
like maybe like a hawk,
All right.
like because it
What's
could be
your
something that
what's
like
your gnome's weight?
I could fly on. Yeah, so my weight, that's definitely something that would have to be calculated. I think I would have to use reduce on myself to make my weight an eighth of what it is for me to feasibly justify the carrying capacity currently with all of my gear and
And
everything.
so you are asking to no, you wouldn't be able to do it because I think both of those are concentration spells.
Oh, I see. I wouldn't be able to concentrate on holding on to the mount and concentrate on the spell.
Right. You
I
wouldn't be
got
able to
you.
concentrate on the familiar and reducing yourself.
That makes sense. Yeah, because currently I am 110.5 pounds, which a hawk, unless it was a really big hawk, would not be able to really carry.
I mean, maybe like so like the eagles in Lords of the Ring size hawk, yes, that would carry you. A hawk the way we know a hawk would not like unless we have you like really really small gnome like the little guy from the cartoons that nobody remembers.
I kind of have to see what's up. I gotta get going very
Right.
soon. But
Yeah.
on a final note, I might do like an animal friendship if you allow me to like befriend an animal that's willing to be my mount. And then if that's not the case, I would just use geese on an animal that I would want to mount. And
Oh,
then as
I
long as I
would.
cast it every 30 days, like
We can figure out something. I mean, that's normally, trust me, everybody ends up with pets. But if you get your pet and you kill it, you will be known as a pet killer. Um, in every
yeah,
campaign
because
forward.
geese I can command them to do whatever I want. And if they decide that they don't want to follow my command, they roll a 5d10 for disobeying that command. As long as I don't command them to do anything suicidal and they like fail their wisdom roll, like they pretty much have to do what I want or take a fuck ton of damage.
Yeah, no, it's going to be. We'll figure something out. We will do a mount. It'll be a while, because mounts become a whole manageable problem. Um, so let's get the campaign under wraps going first, because once you start adding mounts in, that's more like every time we add to it, it becomes more math on the table. So until we get the baseline math quantified, I don't overbalance it one way or the other. But mounts normally come in about the seventh week on average. And they're normally dead by the end of the campaign because everybody rode them for like the first day, and then they did all these portal tricks and forgot about their animals. They all just died tied to a tree somewhere.
Yeah, no, definitely just keep in mind that I'm like an master of animals. So I'm like, even if one dies, like I should be able, theoretically, the next animal I see, given the right spell cast or whatever, should be easily be able to get back on the mound, literally speaking.
Literally speaking, yes, hypothetically, if the dice allow it, it happens.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
You don't know
Of
how.
course.
You're already seeing now where the dice can fuck you. You can sit there and say hypothetically and by theory this all fucking day long, and the
Well,
dice
that's why
still don't roll the way they
yeah,
should.
that's why I had mentioned, just keep in mind, I literally can't roll anything less than a 20 with all my expertise and modifier. I can't roll anything less than a 20 on animal handling. So just keep that in mind.
That's fine. I can. You're level 10. I have no goddamn problem making a 38 check on you. No,
No, not that high. Come on,
no,
man.
fuck you. Like, don't. I can get little. I can get 21. Fuck you. 38, bitch. Find it. Get it. Make it. So it's fine. All I got to do is change your bell curve. 21 is 0. That's easy.
21 is 0.
Yeah, it's
How about
that. Like it
like
depends. Like what are
15
you
is 0?
what are you trying to seduce? A horse?
Yeah, exactly.
A horse 15. A Tarask? Go fuck yourself. Tiamat? Go fuck yourself. You know what I'm
Yeah, what if I
saying?
just want to ride? What if I just want to ride on the back of a freaking, like fire beetle?
That's a possibility. They're a low level intelligence creature, right? You want Tiamat to bow to your will and say, I'm going to cast animal handling 21 and go fuck yourself. You're going to die. That's
Yes.
it's just not going to work. Like, it depends. Like, what are you trying to seduce? So with this, are you trying to get a horse to listen to you, a bug, a beetle, something that would actually be a mountish type thing? It's playable. Are you trying to get this fucking, ravenous beast that is fucking psychotic to try to fucking listen to your logic? It's a high probability this isn't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to talk to you because I just didn't want to obviously like pass every fucking check. Like I
You're
know that it's your
not.
job to kind of like look at my stats and stuff, but I just kind of wanted to, in the
No,
spirit of fairness, be like,
again,
I
like,
literally
yeah, and
I literally can't roll anything less than a 20 on animal handling, 22 deception,
right,
um,
right. So on an eight,
22
so
defense and persuasion.
yeah, so it's easy for you to Jedi mind trick a suitable mount at level 15. Half the time, we wouldn't even have you roll, and that's what's called just a no roll. Like we'll just have you wave that one. What are you wanting to get? A deer? Okay, you got the deer. It's just that's how those always quantify. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
It's
but
when you start, but like I'm saying though,
if I'm
is
trying to ride a chimera or something, you know.
exactly. So it's like that's why we have the easy probability, medium probability, high probability with dice rolling, right?
Mhm.
Like if you're trying to jump from one mountaintop cliff 500 feet to another mountaintop cliff, you can certainly try to do that, but you're going to have to roll acrobatics, and it's going to be an extremely high check, a 36, right? Go for it. So that's what you all like. Those are the ways you do it, and it's just if you when you balance that craziness with those, because that's normally when somebody goes like, I come jumping in and you see this meteor like hit the ground, and they always make this big dramatic entrance. It's like, okay, roll for damage because you just broke every bone in your body.
Mhm.
So
Give me a minute. Let me confer with the family what we're doing for dinner. I might be right back. Maybe just to say bye, but see
well,
how long I
why
have.
don't you
Be
just
right back.
pop off, and if you come back, you come back. All right, because I am live. All right, cool. All right. And well, actually, we're going to go ahead and leave it there for now because that's some good notes for now for the Discord.